What can you tell us at this point about how many of those ballots were actually fraudulent and what happens next? Who's behind it?
The county reached out to us right away as soon as they became aware of it for guidance. As far as we can see, the county is pursuing this investigation responsibly. The county hasn't concluded that investigation, so I can't speak to the number of cases yet. Uh, we will be relying on them to make that determination and be supportive of our county partners. As part of our commitment, I visited 67 of Pennsylvania's 67 counties to sit down with them and make sure that if there are additional resources they need, additional equipment, or anything else like that, we provide that to them so that we have a free, fair, safe, and secure election in 2024, just as we had in 2020.
And it was notable in my interview with Senator Vance that he said he was confident in Pennsylvania. But when I asked about litigation, he raised the possibility of non-citizen voting and said they would be open to litigation if that were to happen.
Well, the good thing about our judicial system, which is really where our disputes should be settled, is it is always something of a put up or shut up moment when it comes to providing actual evidence of actual problems. And that when people are involved in litigation and lawsuits, they have to present that evidence. And I think that's why time and time again, in many dozens of cases in 2020, every one of those cases upheld that our elections were accurate and that we're not susceptible to any sort of widespread voter fraud or anything like that.
Secretary Fontes, 95% of all ballots cast in battleground states will be recorded on paper. However, President Trump said this on Joe Rogan's podcast about a conversation he just had with Elon Musk.
He said to me that unless you have paper ballots, it can never be an honest election. That's a big statement.
It's a big statement.
We should go to paper ballots. You're done by 9 o'clock in the evening, right? Now we have these sophisticated machine. It goes up to heaven. It goes all over the place and down and around. And they say, we'll need 2 weeks to figure out who the hell won the election.
Mr. Secretary, do you want to set the record straight? And how long will it take you in Arizona to know the results?
Well, first, I'm glad that Mr. Trump agrees with the security of Arizona's elections, where we have 100% paper ballots and have had so in Arizona for several decades. Number two, it's going to take us as long as it has always taken us. While we have more voters, and in many cases in counties, a lot more voters, the time that it takes us to process our ballots is based on doing it right the first time, not doing it quickly for news cycles or for the sake of political satisfaction. We will have official results in about 10 to 13 days, but everybody knows that the networks and the newspapers will make their prognostications whenever they see fit based on their math. And that's just the way it works. We're perfectly confident that we're going to have what we need when we need it, which is when it happens, and it will be accurate.
Secretary Schmidt, how quickly will you know the results in Pennsylvania?